Every time I turned off the lights, someone was standing behind me. I never saw them. I only felt the weight of their attention settle into the room like a second heartbeat. At first, I told myself it was just stress, lack of sleep, too much coffee. I'd recently moved into this small rental house at the edge of town, and every little sound felt amplified at night. Floorboards popped, pipes knocked. The wind brushed against the siding like fingers searching for a grip. The feeling started on the third night. I switched off the bedroom light and started walking toward the bed when the air behind me just thickened. My neck prickled. Every instinct I had screamed that I was not alone. I spun around and saw nothing. The room was empty. The door was closed. Each night, the feeling returned, stronger than before. Always when the lights went out. Always right behind me. I started leaving lamps on. Then the hallway light. Then the kitchen. Darkness felt wrong now, like it was hiding something, some kind of intent. On the sixth night, the whispering started. It was faint at first, so soft you could mistake it for the hum of electricity. Okay, it seemed to come from the walls, from the ceiling, from inside my own head. K. I couldn't make out the words, but I understood the tone. It was patient. I checked the whole house, top to bottom. Closets empty, basement clear, attic sealed, doors locked, windows secured. I even checked under the bed, feeling completely foolish while doing it. That night, I decided to face it. I turned off the lights and just stood there, perfectly still. The whispering stopped, and then something breathed behind me. A slow, deep breath, like lungs filled with damp earth and decay. The smell of old soil flooded my nose. I felt this warmth right near my ear. A presence so close, it felt like it was bending the air around it. I didn't turn around. I just stood there, shaking, sweat running down my spine. My heart was hammering so loud, I was sure it would give me away. After what felt like an eternity, the breathing faded. The pressure lifted. The room felt empty again. I slept with the lights on after that. Days passed, and I grew more and more exhausted. Every shadow made me jump. Every reflection seemed to linger just a second too long. I'd catch movement in mirrors that would vanish the moment I focused. Doors were never quite where I'd left them. Then I noticed the marks, scratches, on the inside of my bedroom door. Long, shallow grooves, like something had dragged its fingers across the wood from the outside, trying to get in. Or trying to get out. I told myself I was imagining it. That night, the power went out. The house fell into total, absolute darkness. The silence was immediate and complete. No refrigerator hum, no street noise, no wind, just my own breathing and something else. Something that had been waiting for the lights to die. The whispering returned, louder now, clearer. It was saying my name. I fumbled for my phone, my fingers clumsy, and turned on the flashlight. The beam cut through the dark and stopped on the bedroom doorway. Something stood there. It was tall and thin and just wrong. Its limbs were bent at angles that made my eyes ache. Its skin was stretched too thin over its bones, pale and tight. Its face was smooth, with no eyes, only a wide, gaping mouth filled with a dark, wet space. The flashlight flickered. The thing leaned forward. I screamed, but the sound came out broken. I ran past it into the hallway. The air felt thick, like I was moving through water. The floorboards warped beneath my feet, bending upward like ribs. The whispering turned into laughter. The walls began to pulse. Veins surfaced beneath the paint, pumping some dark fluid. Faces pushed through, screaming silently before being pulled back inside. I slammed into the bathroom and locked the door. The mirror shook violently. Cracks spread across it like spider webs. A hand pressed through the glass from the other side. bending it outward. Blood ran down the mirror. The 10 of my phone's light died. In the darkness, I felt fingers wrap around my ankle. Ice cold and impossibly strong. I was dragged backward as the door splintered inward. The thing crawled in on all fours, its mouth opening wider than should be possible. Whispered, clearly now. It said I had noticed. It said that was enough. The floor gave way beneath me, and I fell. I landed hard in a space that was not my house. The air was thick, and a red light pulsed slowly. Its walls of flesh stretched upward, breathing in unison. Its faces were embedded everywhere, frozen in terror. I realized with dawning horror that I recognized some of them. Neighbors, the previous tenant, people who had lived here before me. They all just stared. The thing stepped down beside me. Its form shifted, growing taller, more solid. Skin darkened and split, revealing something ancient and terrible beneath. It showed me the truth. The house was a nest. The feeling behind me was its way of learning, watching. And those who noticed, they became part of it. Their fear fed it. Their awareness anchored them here forever. Said, Paranoia was the door. The faces screamed as I was pulled upward and forced back into my body. I gasped and sat bolt upright in my bed. Morning light streamed through the window. Birds were singing outside. My phone buzzed with messages. The power was back on. Everything was normal. I laughed and cried at the same time. I told myself it was all just a nightmare, a horrible, vivid nightmare. I swung my legs out of bed. Something breathed behind me. I didn't turn around. I know now that if I do, it will finish the job. I keep the lights on, and it keeps waiting. If you enjoyed the story, please hit that like button and subscribe for more. Thanks for listening.